So the other day I was lazily strolling through the mall, which I don't usually do because I don't like malls and I don't like walking. But I ventured into Barnes& and Nobles, which I don't always usually do either because usually I buy offline because everything's offline lately. And I saw that Barnes& and Nobles had quite the pop culture area. I'd call it a pop culture play place because there was everything there. There was board games, there was dice, there was products, as you see. There was Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic, and they had Chessex, and they had, like, Q Workshop, and oh god, they had everything, and it was a mess, first of all. They need someone that used to work at an LGS cleaning everything up because it looks unprofessional. I noticed that most of their TCG product was 50% off, so I glanced around for a minute and noticed, first of all, everything was overpriced. And then one of the employees came up to me and was like, "Oh, you like this stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's cool. Why?" And he's like, "Oh, well, we got some better stuff in the front." So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take a walk to the front. So they had Fat Packs 50% off, which Fat Packs at 50% off, that's cost. That's cost. I mean, cost is like $22, so they were like $22 because they were selling them for like $44.99. I mean, okay, that's pretty cool, but it's great for a consumer, but it's not great for them. I was thinking about this the whole ride home, and I was thinking about this, and I was just like, all right, my opinion on this is pretty strong. So Wizards of the Coast needs to kind of decide what they're doing. Now, what I mean by that is we either have stores like this, like Walmart's and Target's, and now Rest in Peace Toys R Us's, selling Magic the Gathering products, and they can't even sell them. They're selling them at 50% off. Meaning, what do you think if a mass market store like this has to sell them at 50% off? What do you think that means for an LGS? What do you think that means for an LGS that focuses mainly on selling this stuff? That means that they're selling it probably at 50% off too. And that's not good. That's bullshit. And then we either have LGSs that should be exclusively selling this. So what I think, now this is just a female's opinion, so don't take it too seriously, we should either A, have mass market stores like this selling product and it be the Wild West. Everyone can sell it. No one can be told no. Everyone can sell it. Even convenience stores can sell it, grocery stores, your mom's basement, everywhere can sell Magic the Gathering product, and it can be the Wild West. Everyone can sell it. Or we get rid of stuff like this. We get rid of mass market stores, and it's just LGSs. It's just LGSs. That would be great. So that would save LGSs. Now, I understand most people on a general level wouldn't go to an LGS, and they're in Barnes & Nobles or they're in Walmart, and they go, oh, I know X likes Y, so I know my kid likes Pokemon, or I was gonna have to go somewhere and buy it anyway, but I see it right here, so I might as well pick it up. Like, people are gonna do that over specifically looking up an LGS or looking up where their kid plays and going in there without their kids, and they're gonna feel awkward. A lot of LGSs, it's an awkward environment, especially for an adult that doesn't understand the pop culture. So I understand that. But it needs to be one way or the other. Wizards of the Coast selling products in non-LGS locations, I should say, like Walmart's and Barnes and freaking Nobles, is bullshit, and it's killing the game. We can't go to Barnes and Nobles and in their little coffee shop area play Magic the Gathering. Like Walmart, you can't go to their freaking Subway and you can't play in their freaking Subway. There's no game tournaments, there's no $5 entry, it doesn't work that way, and it's not supposed to work that way. That's why LGSs are a thing. So it needs to either be stores like this can sell it and it's the Wild West, or it's only LGSs selling product like this. And I know why they're doing this. I know why they're selling it at these places, and that's called corporate greed. A lot of people think that it's SJWs ruining the game and politics ruining the game. No. You want to know what's ruining the game? Corporate greed. You know why people aren't going to your LGS to play? Because they're buying it from stores like this, and they're playing casually with friends or with family or whatever the hell they're doing, and they're not going to LGSs because they don't go to LGSs. If you put Magic the Gathering product exclusively. And not even just Magic the Gathering. I agree with Pokemon and all of these random products. I think that if you sold it secludedly at LGS's, people would just go to LGS's. And yeah, there's always going to be people that buy online because it's cheaper, or they don't actually have to go out like me. I'm so lazy. But you're going to have so much more traffic flow in LGS's, and therefore your product is going to sell better. One more thing that I did want to talk about for a minute, which is slightly away from topic as well, but pretty bullshit. So right here I have added a new image, and that image is something that Barnes & Noble's was selling. Now I've heard that they sell these at Targets and Walmarts as well, but I've never seen them, and I saw one today. So you can see it up in the first image as well. It's kind of up there mixed in with everything. So this starter set, which has 2 dice and 2 decks, a red deck and a white deck, are branded as something exclusive to these locations. This item is something that someone created. I don't know if it's Diamond, I don't know if it's MJ Holdings, I'm not going to assume. This item is 2 free decks. So when you're new to a game, or you're new to Magic the Gathering more specifically, and you go to an LGS for the first time and you say, I don't have a deck, I don't know what I'm doing, they give you like 2 or 3 free decks. I even have them right here. Look, right behind the screen, I even have a couple. Now this is not the exact ones, but I even have 2 of them right here. So these decks, wow, look at that, Chandra and Jace. Wow. I have a couple sealed ones. Okay, so these decks, they give you, now these are not the decks that I'm talking about, they give you free decks and they're like, oh, you're new to the game and you want to learn the game. Okay, cool, here are 2 decks for you and someone else to learn the game with. Cool. That is literally what they've put here. So yes, these don't come with dice. They don't come with dice. But it's the same product. So I remember, so when I was looking at this, really thinking about this, these 2 decks came out last year. They were the free people decks, the free new kid cool on the block decks. If you were new and you came into an LGS, you got these freaking decks. And they've rebranded them and put them right here to buy for $10.99. You can buy this product. Or you could walk into an LGS and get it for free. Get it for free. You're not telling me that's corporate greed. You're selling a product that in one location you're selling it, in another place you're giving it out to new kids for free. I agree that this should definitely be a free product. I don't think that these decks are good. I do not think that this should be sold. I think that they should be free decks, and they completely changed it here. They are putting a product that was free for new adults or kids or anyone to play with in the game, and they're selling it at a mass market store for $10.99. That is absolutely crazy to me. I'm just looking at the picture going, that's absolutely crazy to me. I think that's another reason why you should go to an LGS and not a mass market store like this. If you walk into an LGS and you buy a box, you're going to get promos, you're going to get the free buy a box promos, you're going to get the free buy a box packs, you're going to get free items, and you could even pick this up for free, or you could spend $10.99 on it. You could also maybe get spin downs, because a lot of LGSs have a lot of those magic spin downs that they don't actually do anything with, that sit in a box. They shouldn't be selling a product that they give out for free at a location. That is not how it should be. Should it be that way? Should they be selling a product that they give out free? No, that's why it's free, because you don't sell it, because they're not trying to be rude. They're not really that good, and they're not supposed to be that good. They're supposed to get someone that little bit of oomph into wanting to buy Magic. Like, oh, I really played with these decks and I really had fun with playing these decks. You know what? I think I'm going to go back to that LGS that I went through there and got these free decks. I think in a couple days I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna buy a couple things and I'm gonna see if I'm good. And then if I'm good, I'm gonna go to their tournament. And if I go to their tournament, then I'm gonna be a fucking pro. It shouldn't be that you're selling free product. You shouldn't be selling free product. I don't think you should be selling free product. This was really upsetting to me seeing, because I know from working at an LGS, I loved giving kids these products. I loved when kids came in, or even giving them to my family, like my nephew and my niece, being like, oh, you guys want to learn how to play? Oh, well, here's a deck. Here's 2 decks for your friends. And it's just the joy on their face, like, oh, we got some magic cards. We got some decks for free. Now we can really learn to play. That is joy. In here, you're buying joy. You're selling joy. This shouldn't be it. These are free things, free items you could get from just going somewhere that specifically sells items like this. Sells Magic, sells Pokemon, focuses on selling these things. Now, I don't know if any of the others, there was a couple Pokemon decks. I didn't notice anything for Yu-Gi-Oh, but I know there was a couple Pokemon decks that kind of look like this, but I don't know too much about Pokemon in those regards, so I wouldn't really be able to say, oh, yeah, that's the same case. But I don't think a mass market store should be selling items that LGSs give for free. I don't think that should be the case. Corporate greed, just trying to sell products wherever they can because they're just trying to make money. It's not product quality. It's like with the J Spellbook that we're getting in like a month that, well, they just announced it last night. I made a video on that. It's just like that. They had a great idea, but they executed it so poorly, and it's a piece of shit. They need to just focus on what they want to do. It's either save the LGS or cut the LGS. It's either the Wild West or it's proper in what you guys thought it was going to be 20 years ago. You gotta decide, Wizards of the Coast. It can't be this way anymore. Wishy-washy, flippy-floppy, wingy-wongy. Can't be this way anymore. Let me know your opinions on this matter down below. Do you think it's corporate greed killing the game? Do you think it's mass market stores like this killing the game? Let me know your opinion down below. Gives me such a headache, and I hope to talk to you guys again really soon.